Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Piyush Agarwal and I am back with the second video of this link playlist. So today we are going to learn more about aggregate functions. So in my first video, I mentioned that link query has few things sim with the structured query languages, right? So like in SQL, we have some aggregate functions such as sum, max, min, average, which can be applied on a group of data. So for example, sum of all these values is if we apply a sum on all these values all together, that is an aggregate sum. So all these things can be done using link query. And what is again the benefit of it, you will see right in this video. So first, let's start with a walkthrough of our sequence that we will be learning how to be created. So over here, we have an assign activity to keep a measure of the start time when the bot has started, reads data, counts that how many rows the bot is processing. We have created a data table for the output, which contains the same format as the headers in the input data. Okay. Then this is our main link query, which we'll be learning how it is built in this video. Adding the data, sort that data based on salary, and save that data in the same workbook. So the sequence, the working is same as which was used in the first video. So I hope it would be easy for you to go through it. Now let's just save our input data and rerun it. And what I would do, instead of making it like this only, let's make it unsorted. Okay. So for that, what we can do is, let's select all, sort in what we can do in ascending order. Okay. Let's do custom sort based on unique number. Okay. Yeah. So this is somewhat unsorted, or what else I can do. Yeah. One more thing is, instead of sort, custom sort, let's sort it based on year. Yeah. This is not more better. We have got different names over this, different year on base because of the year difference. Now let's just run it. Okay, so I will just run the file. So this is always spectacular for me. The bot starts and ends. It took about 764 milliseconds to execute. Now let's see the input file. We have got our salary sum sheet with the data, and it has the salary sum of each and every person. So there are total 39 different entries, and for each entry we have got data, and I guess it is sorted based on the year of experience. Okay, so for now let's check with Supriti Chauhan if the data is proper or not for us. So instead of copying that, I will just copy this unique key, go over here and search, find out. So there are 6 entries for the person Supriti Chauhan. Let me just open my calculator. So this is, I probably guess any human would do. Let's select 91.7, the first salary. The second one is 494.5. Then third one is 293.1. 897.3. Then 1098.7. Oh, I was about to make a huge blunder. Yeah, now this, and I guess 695.9, 3571.2, and but over here I have 3571.2. Correct. So that was how a human would have done. Like, just like I was about to make a mistake, a person could have made mistakes, but the bot didn't make a mistake, and it did my work in milliseconds. This is a kind of use case which is generally used, comes up in the accounts department. So let's make a use case as well. In a college, we have got multiple students, about, like, what would say, 10,000, 50,000. There are so many universities, so many schools all around the world. Every school would have an accounts department. Each student would have to pay some salary each semester. So let's say a student has to pay 70,000 about of his fees every semester. Now there would be many students who are not able to pay that whole amount altogether. They would pay them in different small segments, like once 20,000, that 25,000, probably 50,000 once. Now the work of the account department would be so much tedious. They would have a same record, something similar to this. They would have to check, just like what I did, that how much salary a particular student has already deposited to the college and how much is left, so that during the exam time or whenever the whatever the policies are for that particular university, they will have to inform the family of the student that sir, your fees is still pending or it is overdue, right? So that is so much amount of work, and so much, there are so many chances of blunders, mistakes to be done with such calculations. So at that time this bot is like magic for them, right? So let's see how to build this one. Okay, so I will so we have gone through the walkthrough, the video. Now, just as in my previous video, we had created the link query. We will be creating this one step by step again. Okay. So I will just select this activity and put a breakpoint over it. Remember, putting a breakpoint after reading the data and run it in debug mode. This is like your step one to creating any link query, because that gives you an immediate panel. So by default, if you are new to UiPath, it will look like this over here. You can just right click on it and float. Okay, right now, one more thing. Uh, since my file is open, the bot gave me an error. Let's close it and retry. Yeah, now it's fine. We will just put it in float and let's clear it for now. So the first syntax of creating a link query is something like for each item in our table. Okay, this is your first, then group certain condition and what you want, that select that part. So this is the kind of syntax for writing a link query. Now for this use case, I would just create form row in dt1 dot as enumerable. Row is my variable which is referring to each row in the data table. I want that group that row, okay, by some column. I want the all the rows to be grouped in different groups, okay, based on a certain condition. Group by, let's say pn is my variable. I will just say row dot item one. So if I again open my sheet so that you can get a good hand. So over here we have got unique number. Unique number is unique for each name. Okay. So we are grouping our data based on unique number, group row by this. Then we want, let's say, select pn and bracket, enter. One second. Um, so this is a mistake over here. Okay. So this is the condition. Now I need to save this group data as well. So I will save that in a group variable. This grp is available. You can say anything, give this name, give a different name, any name to this variable, and just set its type to group. Now once the group is ready, you can select something from it. So like I have selected pn was the variable based on which we are separating different groups, making different groups out of this excel data. Cool. Now next what I want is, from this different groups, I want the total sums of the salary for each person. So to create a proper variable in link queries, we use the let statement. Okay, let salary sum equals to, now over here we refer to group dot there is a function called sum. There are various aggregate functions in LINQ queries, such average, max, or probably min. So over here we want to use sum. Now the way using it is group.sum, then we write function x. X is again of just a variable, x dot item, then name of the column which I am giving a total sum 0 1 2. Either I can write salary or give an index position like 2. Now since the data is in string format when the bot is reading from the excel, so I would have to convert it to double because it is an amount and close the bracket. Salary sum will contain the total sum value of the salary, and let's just print it. See, so I have got a enumerable value for each salary, each of the different salary records. Okay, now let's convert it to list. So what I have got 38 results for the salary, and if we go over here and check, over here also we have got 38 records. Cool. Now what we want is, by default salary is not of any use to us. We don't know for whose salary this is. So we want the rest of the data as well, that whose salary we are referring to and what are the unique number. So let's add that as well. Since I am getting multiple data in same object, so we will create an array. So first of all, what I want is the name of the person from that group. So group dot first dot item 0. What do we mean by group dot first, and what do we mean by actually by group? So to understand that, let me just sort this data. I will sort it based on custom sort, then unique number. Okay, yeah. So just like UiPath would do, it would sort the data based on unique number. Okay, using LINQ query. Now this is a group. Each of these are a group. Now when I refer to group dot first, I am referring to this first row. Okay, so it's basically an array of group 1, then your group 2, then your group 3. These all would be in an iterable array that what would be processing. And when you say group dot first, so for each iteration it would say the first row of that group, like for this row, this row, this row. Now group dot first is a row, so we can just simply refer to its first column by group dot first dot item 0. There is a first column. Similarly, next I want the unique number. So what I have to do, group dot first dot item 1. And if I want the last column, that year, so what I have to do, right, group dot first dot item and 3. Cool. Now what we are left with is closing this particular array. See, we have got our data, a list object of 38 values. We have got like Dr. Manindra Singh, his unique number is AA1, the salary is 3157.51. Okay, but now, right now the issue is this whole data is of type object array. What actually we want is a array of string. So how we can do it? By default, all the array would be object type only. If there is even any one element of that data index value which is of different format, so we want to convert all the 4 elements in same format. So let's convert them to string. Convert dot to string and put a bracket around this. Similarly for the next one, let's say over here. Now again, and this is the last one. Oh, that's right. So we now finally we got a list of string array type 38 elements, and same data that we want. So this is how we use a LINQ query to get the sum of the data. As you can see, like for Dr. Manendra Singh 3157.5, we can simply directly check it over here in the Excel. Salary sum, where is it? A13157.5. Isn't it awesome? Why just a single query, you would be able to do it in few milliseconds, and no matter how much amount of data is, it would just drop. And similarly, just like what we did now was we created this to find the average total sum. Now what do we want to find the average? There are 6 entries for each person, so the total sum would be about 3157.5, about 6 divided by 6, right? So let's do that also. Cool. So instead of total sum salary, I just want their salary sum. So over here, instead of group dot sum, I would write average. Okay, I'm saving it in salary sum only and run. So it says like I just changed the salary sum to like from sum to average and gave me the average of each person. So simple. Okay, so that's how you utilize these LINQ queries. We can, let me just show you a quick demo of this sum as well. So this was how we created the salary total sum, and I have got a sequence. See, the sequence is completely same. The only thing I have changed is instead of sum, I have used an average function. Now, if I just run it, there won't be any difference. You would have to see it start and ends just like a magic. And over here, we have got another sheet with our required data. The salary sum, the average of that particular person. That's how you have got multiple aggregate functions that you can utilize in the LINQ queries. And just hopes you like my video and able to understand what are LINQ queries, why we should use the LINQ queries, what are aggregate functions. Do check out the latest video that would be upcoming very soon. Though this one took some delay, well, that was health issues. But anyway, hope you guys like my videos. Do like, share, subscribe my channel. And if there is any confusion, any doubts, or you need any my help, you can just contact me through my LinkedIn contact, which is present always in the description. Okay, guys, see you. Take care. Bye, guys.